Good morning, South Aiken. This is Mr. Fuller here just to bring you a couple of announcements or some informational pieces that you all need to hear. First off, let's talk about the mandated Power Hour tutoring letters that you all should have been receiving this week. If you have a grade of a 69 or below, you are required to go to Power Hour tutoring. Those assignments are put on that piece of paper for you. You must follow that schedule, okay? Now, let's talk about what happens during the first and the second half of Power Hour. If you have first half tutoring, you must be on the 100, 200, 300, 400, or 500 hallway prior to the tardy bell ringing. I understand some of you want to go get your lunch and then come on the hallway. That is okay, only if you have gotten a pass from your teacher ahead of the tardy bell. Once the tardy bell rings, you cannot go on that hallway without a pass. Secondly, it's the same thing for the second half. We give you a break in between the first half and the second half. You must make sure you are on the hallway prior to the tardy bell ringing to be there for the second half. Now, some of you will say, do I have to go? Yes, you have to go. Until your grade gets to a 70 or above, you have to go to that tutoring. And your teacher can sign off to say that you don't have to go anymore. Okay? But 69 and below, you have to go to that mandatory tutoring and you have to be there before the tardy bell rings. Okay? But again, if you get a pass from your teacher, you can get that after the tardy bell rings, and that is the only way you will be able to get on that hallway. Everybody understand this. This is an intervention. We are making sure that we are putting forth every effort as a school, as a faculty, as a staff to see you all be successful academically. So in order for that to happen, this is one of the things that we have put in place for you to make sure that make sure that you're putting forth the effort and we're putting forth the effort as well to see you successful academically. So that is Power Hour tutoring. All right. Next up, let's talk about lunch. All right, pause for a second. All right. Now, next up, lunch. As some of you might have noticed over the past couple of days, there have been a couple of lunch tables missing. All right. I came on a couple of weeks ago and asked you all to help, I think it was last week, to help with keeping the cafeteria clean, cleaning up after yourself. So, and I told you there were ways that we could help to curtail that behavior of not cleaning up and leaving stuff on the tables. So some of you have seen that your table has been missing. All right. Please, please, please take the 1 second it takes to pick your trash up and put it in the trash can. That is all we're asking you to do. Okay? That is all we're asking you to do is to pick up your trash and put it in the trash can. All right? You do not have to sit in the cafeteria. If we see it's the same groups over and over and over again, we will not let them come sit in the cafeteria. And again, some of you should be in Power Hour tutoring. And if you're cutting, which I forgot to go over earlier, if you're cutting, it will count as cutting activity. Okay? It will count as cutting activity, and your teachers can write you up for cutting Power Hour tutoring. So let me just make sure I say that again. It will count as cutting activity, and you can be written up. You will be written up for cutting Power Hour tutoring if it's mandated, if you have a grade of 69 or below. All right. Now, also, we have been lenient on dress code for the past 2 Spirit Weeks, for Rivalry Week and for Homecoming Week. Next week, we will go back to full enforcement. Okay, once again, we've been lenient on it because I know we want everybody to dress up and be in spirit and do all those things. So we have been lenient on dress code. Next week, the hats, the hoodies, the sunglasses, the bandanas, the inappropriate length clothing, the holy clothing, all those kinds of things will go back to full enforcement next week. So if you've been wearing those things, don't think that we haven't been paying attention. We have, but we've been lenient due to Spirit Week. Next week, we will go back to full enforcement. All right? And last, South Aiken, I sent out a phone blast on Sunday evening about Parent University taking place tonight here at South Aiken. I want you to invite your parents, and I want you to attend as well, as we will be providing information to all grade levels about important things to make sure you are successful here in South Aiken High School and in your high school career. We're going to talk about the IGP process. We're going to talk about FAFSA, which it means going to college and paying for college. We're going to talk about just a number of different topics and subjects to make sure you're successful. So please, we want you to attend tonight here at South Aiken for our parent university, our first ever. But we're going to have a series of these throughout the year, because we want to make sure that we're providing you with every tool, every route necessary for you to be successful. So please come in attendance, be in attendance for Parent University tonight. Oh, lastly, sorry, we will be pre-selling football tickets for the homecoming game. If you buy your ticket early for the homecoming game, you can get a free hot dog and drink tomorrow at the Triple Crown tailgate. So please, if you can, buy your ticket ahead of time for the football game. That's $7. All right, and we will, sorry, I'm stuttering a little bit. We will be pre-selling those tickets for you either today, but if not today, definitely tomorrow. Okay? So, every thoroughbred, every day, all means all. Let's have a great week, South Aiken. Oh,